Hello and welcome back to Chasing Trophies. And one of our semi-finals for the FIFA World Cup is set. It's going to be Spain versus France. Spain beating Belgium 2-1. It was closer than you think. It wasn't as dominant as we thought it was going to be. Belgium put on a brave fight, but there was one incident which changed the whole momentum of the game, and that was the injury to Thibaut Courtois. He felt something, I think, is in his hamstring, in his leg, and he had to come off. You could see straight away he was crying. He was distraught, and then Lemons came on, the Man United guy, and there was nervous excitement. But in the end, the shot from Kobashi, the fumble from Lemons, that was the deciding factor. Moreno making it 2-2 for Spain. The Arsenal man stepping up when the pressure counts, and now Spain will be in the semifinals. And to be honest, they might not be the most impressive, they might not have scored the most goals, but they've deserved it. They've done pretty well. I think the way they play their football is pretty stylish. They have a good system over there, and Rodri again is one of the top players in the world right now. He's shown that again. Fez joining you as well. Fez, we have a big semi-finals now.
Yeah, the biggest. I think top two in the world, probably to an extent. Argentina is there as well, and England also. What we're expecting right now is these four, but yeah, these two going up against each other, different styles of play. Technically, one team is amazing with Spain, but physicality and pace on the attack with the other, very contrasting styles of football. बहुत मजा आने वाला है, hopefully. But like again today, Spain did the job. They got two goals that ricocheted off the keeper, but that's what you need. You need to take your chances. You get them however you get. Spain have looked like blow hot and blow cold wala masla at times. Like in the group stages, they started off with Cabo Verde, but then Saudi के साथ जबरदस्त करे, but Uruguay के साथ उतने convincing नहीं करे. राउंड ऑफ 16 पोर्चुगल के साथ थोड़े 32 में ठीक थे, नॉट द ग्रेटेस्ट आई थिंक, उतने ज़्यादा ऑल आउट अटैक्स नहीं होते जब तक नूनो मेंडिस थे पिच पे. अब राउंड ऑफ 32 में आप देखो ऑस्ट्रिया के अगेंस्ट फ्लॉलेस देख ऐसा लगे कि भाई वाओ. बट आज फिर आप देखो लाइक थोड़ा दे सैड बैक अ बिट अगेन, दे टुक देयर टाइम, कंज्यूम द प्रेशर. द थिंग विद स्पेन इज दे डोंट गेट लाइक succumbed under pressure. They take their time, they build from the back. सुकून से टेम्पो कंट्रोल हमेशा स्पेन कर दिया. एंड द मेन गाय आप तो मेंशन करें रॉड्री भाई, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशंस on the wings through the middle. Kubarsi playing a couple of very good balls to him. Yeah, Kubarsi also carrying the ball very well from the defense. So they've got a very good structure there. And going up against France, by Mbappe, Olise, Dembele, Desire, Doué, Kone versus Rod. It's going to be a mouth-watering game, I think, that one. It will be very interesting to see by how they set up against that team.
Yeah, and today those eyebrows raised in the lineup because Pedri didn't start and
Yeah,
Fabian Ruiz was starting, but he got the goal, so that was justified from the manager. But I don't know if it
yeah,
was to do with the injury or not, but Pedri did come on later on, and so maybe it was a tactical ploy which worked in the end for
yes,
Spain. So
yeah,
it shows the manager is still thinking about things. He's setting up differently according to the
yeah,
opposition, and the France game will be a cracker because France is one team that probably they don't like to not have the ball. They want to have the ball. They want to play with the ball, and but they also press really well, France. So how does Spain counter that press? If you remember, in Euros 2024, Spain won that. They went through to the finals. I think it was 2-1 or something like that. But then the 5-4 game in the Nations League, that was
Nations
also a
League.
cracker, but that Spain won as well, and they were 5-1 up. France had to come back from 5-1
Yeah.
down. So right now Spain have the edge in terms of recency, like head to head. लेकिन जो फुटबॉल चल रही है इस वर्ल्ड कप में, फ्रांस सबसे खतरनाक टीम दिख रही है. They look
Yeah.
like the danger team.
या और फ्रांस भूलने वाले से नहीं है. लाइक एम्बापे नहीं भूलेगा भाई. लाइक ये
Yeah.
दो मैच आप जो मेंशन करें, एम्बापे तो भाई कमबैक किंग रह चुका है. ही इज बीन इनक्रेडिबल दिस वर्ल्ड कप. नॉट टू टेक एनीथिंग अवे फ्रॉम स्पेन, बट आई थिंक दोनों वर्ल्ड कप के हिसाब से आप मे बी 100 आउट ऑफ 100 फ्रांस को दोगे, आप मे बी 90 आउट ऑफ 100 स्पेन को दोगे, 85 टू एन एक्सटेंट आप दोगे कि भाई द वे द फुटबॉल हैज गॉन. बट यस, द हेड टू हेड लाइक यू मेंशन, स्पेन हैव गॉटन द बेटर. अब टैक्टिकल बैटल जो जीतेगा मे बी that is something that we'll have to look at to it. On the day वाले कोई गिच्चियाँ होंगे, on the day वाले कहीं expose कर दिया अगर स्पेन ने. अब लॉन्ग शॉट है, माइक मैग्नियन मे बी उतना नहीं वो करे. अब लमीन लेफ्ट से अगर शूट्स नहीं ले रहे, अब सडनली लेना शुरू कर देंगे, कटिंग इन शूट व्हाट इट इज इन बार्सिलोना. फैबियन रूइज लेफ्ट फुटेड हैं, वो अपने शॉट्स अक्रॉस गोल ले सकते हैं. वो यहाँ से राइट फुटर रॉड्री है, वो अपने शॉट्स. तो देयर आर डिफरेंट वेज. इट्स जस्ट लाइक यू सेड, लाइक वो जो सामने चार लोग हैं उनको कैसा आप उनको ब्रेक थ्रू करोगे तो मे बी आपको दुनिया थोड़ी ओपन हो सकती है आपकी. बट मजा आएगा वो गेम में बिल्कुल. लाइक कौन कैसा किसको आउटस्मार्ट करता है वो बहुत क्रेजी रहने वाला है देखने के लिए.
Yeah, both goalkeepers have not been tested as much in this World Cup. The French goalkeeper and the Spanish goalkeeper will have a test definitely in this game. I'm sure both teams will create chances. For Belgium, it's been a tournament where didn't expect them to come this far, and they should be proud with the way they fought. I think today. What's his name? Tielemans not playing is a huge loss for them. He was the captain, he was the leader, he was the focal point, the engine room of the team. Despite him not playing, they did a good job. They took it till the end, and there was a keeper mistake which led to the goal. Otherwise, with Tielemans, there could have been a different story. We don't know. These things happen in football. We have to accept it. But they can be proud with the way they played. The game against Senegal comes to mind. Against USA, when USA are the home team, the Balogun red card getting overturned. There's a lot of controversy. They kept the
Yeah,
calm. They did the job. And
yeah.
against Spain, 1-0 down. We thought the game was over. Like, we never said it, but like you could see inside, like both our reactions, that Spain is going to comfortably cruise. But they didn't allow that to happen. They took it till the end, and they fought really well. They defended very well today as well.
100%. But I think one thing like they missed with Tielemans is again shoots off the from the distance. Tielemans had a very good shot on him. Something Spain like defend deep like high agar to Oku head Oku 4 times he broke through the defenses but koi cutback ke liye nahi tha. Tielemans would have probably been that guy who would be available for that kind of a shooting range wala pro. But yeah, I think Belgium had 2 halves of a World Cup. First group stages में उतने convincing नहीं दिखे. ईरान इजिप्ट के साथ draw कर दिए. उसके बाद they came back well against New Zealand. From like you said, a round of 32 onwards, they just look like a different team, organized in the back, much better. USA के साथ बहुत convincing. And shout out to their striker, that youngster. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah, very young guy. बहुत अच्छी heading ability है, very good spots that he's able to get in between the defenders and get the heading. 3 goal हो गए उनके 2 game में. So he was a very good surprise element for them. KDB का last World Cup, Mustafa bhai, how are you summing up it? 3 World Cups on the trot for him, 2018, 22, and 26.
Yeah, I think like we expected much more from Belgium in 2018 and 2022. We expect them to do much better. So he will be disappointed that they didn't go all the way to the finals. But at the end of the day, I think in this World Cup as well today, people were were upset, like maybe he should have had more of the ball and everything like that. But I think he had an important role in the goal. Him, Lukaku. We have to also understand, Belgium, they're a very good team, but when they come up against Spain and stuff, they're always going to be the underdogs. They're not going to be the thing. And 2018, they lost to a team like France, right? Like it's not like they lost to anybody here and there. I think
Yeah,
22 was very disappointing for them. But
yeah,
apart from that, they're a team that they had a golden generation. They had a great team, but it's obviously not going to be on the level of a France, Spain, Argentina, Brazil kind of situation. I think this tournament they should be proud of themselves. Obviously, Kevin De Bruyne is one of the top midfielders in the world. The way he plays, the way he can orchestrate a game, he was incredible. And I think the player, I don't know how to pronounce it either, but Charles de Clercq.
Cataleri. Yeah,
Yeah, Charles Leclerc.
Cataleri.
I'm gonna call him Charles de Clercq or something. That's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna say. But he
the
looks
pretty
like
boy up front.
yeah, he looks like he looks kind of like Kevin De Bruyne, but a different kind of role. He can play the false nine situation very well. He looks like a slim guy, but he has a good physique on him in terms of that. Like he's not shy of a tackle, or he
Yeah,
can push a defender away as well. And he caused Spain a lot of problems. He caused USA a lot of problems. So they do have a future over there. And I think now Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku have to pass off that pattern to Tielemans, Trossard, and now De Clercq, and like I think like Witzel will also finish as well. I think now, but I think Belgium will be happy that there are players now who can think like right. अगर अभी भी KDB मार रहा था या हम लोग मार रहे थे तो you'd be like, अरे they don't have anyone. The golden generation is finished, but at least there is.
yeah,
They can look forward to these guys to run the team. And for me, Tielemans is probably one of the most underrated players of this tournament. He was sensational. I would have loved to see him today.
yeah. Box to box.
Unfortunately, he wasn't there. Trossard, I think, had a very good tournament as well. He was pretty good.
Yeah. Even Maxim de Kuiper had a very good World Cup.
Yeah,
Like in the group
he was
stages.
good, man.
Yeah.
He was very good as well. Overall, I
And
think
the
even
team got Courtois as well. Like Courtois ने
yeah,
काफी उनको सेव्स दिए हैं ग्रुप स्टेजेस में. बहुत अच्छा कीपिंग करे हैं Courtois.
yeah,
And today also आप देखो Courtois का एक डर होता है ना, like when you're established keeper Chelsea and Real Madrid and you've been most around everywhere in the world and you've done a very good job. आप कहीं ना कहीं जरा आपका फर्स्ट कीपर जब खेलता है, लेमन्स देखो अगेन, I'm not going to get way into it, very bad unfortunate error, but he's young and he's in a quarter final सीधा. But when he had Courtois, it didn't look like Spain were going to score. Like he was more steady and he was more like nervous. प्रेशर को कंज्यूम करने की आदत है उसको. लीगा में खेलता है, प्लेड अगेंस्ट वेरी गुड प्लेयर्स, ही प्लेड अगेंस्ट लामिन यमाल on a day-to-day basis. So I think from that front, Courtois did well for them. But yeah, like you said, Belgium does have something to be proud of, that they came in a World Cup where it didn't look like they were going to win past the group stages, but yeah, they managed to do very well and come till the
Yeah.
quarterfinals.
And it's about how you fight as well, right? You lose a quarterfinal like this. I look at it that it's a good effort. Like, at least
Yeah,
Asaniaki, like they didn't lay down just like that for Spain and
yeah,
like 3-0,
yeah,
4-0. Like if you
exactly,
see, actually Belgium put better effort than Morocco. Like Morocco were a better
exactly.
team in this whole tournament, but obviously I know the team like France had a different caliber. मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ,
Yeah,
but I think Belgium should be proud of the way they played. And again, the crazy thing about this world, these quarterfinals is that each team in each battle, one has won the World Cup, one has not. So tomorrow
yeah,
we'll see if Norway or thing can do anything, or will we see a pattern where obviously if you have experience of winning World Cups, it helps. वो
mm,
कल पता चल जाएगा. But yeah, I think well done to Belgium for a good tournament, and congratulations to Spain, man. They are now into the semifinals. I
yeah,
think this was probably the best bracket. Obviously, you probably wanted Portugal to go through. I wanted probably Netherlands to go through, right? But both of them didn't come. I think that is fine. But if you actually see, you have to credit France and Spain because they had a tougher thing. No, I
yeah,
know this is going to cause a lot of problems. The other one is also tough in a certain way, but it's not. Like if you see the teams that they had to beat, it was pretty tough. So they should be happy with it. And now let's see what happens in the semifinals, and whoever wins will probably play either Argentina, England. But let's see. Haaland can
yeah,
also do something as well.
yeah.
Thank you, Fez. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we will catch you later in the day where we'll discuss more and we'll talk about Haaland and all these guys as well. So, yeah, take care, everybody, and bye bye.